Hi there. Welcome back to Ask Amy. I have a question today that I love from Sandy. So I'm going to read Sandy's question. It's very short and sweet. She says, I hope you can help me with a question that keeps popping up despite a lot of inner work I've been doing. I have a wonderful husband and three beautiful daughters. My job is okay. My life could be fantastic, yet I feel deep down that something is off. I cannot put my finger on it. How can I access what is going on and find a way to live with it? So, Sandy, I want to say congratulations are in order, and I know it doesn't feel like congratulations are in order. Um, but I think this feeling, this feeling that you are experiencing of something being off, something being missing in some way, despite the fact that, as you say, you look around and everything's okay. That feeling seems to be a universal feature of the experience of being a separate me. So as soon, and this happens for everyone around the age of two, by the age of two usually, as soon as there's not just this, there's me and you and him and her and them and that and this, and everything separate, and everything our sweet little brain takes in and processes and thinks about and projects out to the world is done in relation to this idea of me. Because of all the things out there, me for me, you for you, me for all of us, right, is the most important. It's just physically, neurologically how we work. It's just how a mind works. It's just how a brain works. That me is at the center of everything. So as soon as there is a separate me perceived, and I'm over here, and me, whoever that is, whatever that is, even though it's always changing, it sure seems solid. There's a me in here, and it's in this body, and your me is in your body, and it's different from everyone else, and it's cut off, and it's separate from the whole. We can get along with the whole. We can like the whole. We can connect with the whole, but we are not the whole. We're me. As soon as that happens, by necessity, like what is happening is is an experience of separation, and implicit, inherent in separation is something's missing. Inherent in being separate is I'm not everything, I'm just me. Now, I'm not saying you're walking around thinking that. I know you're not. I'm not saying anyone's walking around thinking that. We aren't. But it is the weight of being a human being. That is the weight. It is the universal heaviness of feeling like a separate me. Is if I'm a separate me, then I'm separate. And I'm fragile. And there are things I could be missing, or things that are missing. I'm not quite secure enough. I'm not quite whole enough because I'm just a little me. So this is a very I know I'm giving a very kind of big picture, high level uh, pointer into your question, but I think it's so huge, and I just want you to sit with this. Because here's what happens: everybody, and this is so important to me that people start to see this more and more. Everyone feels what you were describing at times. Everyone who feels like a separate me. Not everyone feels like a separate me forever. Everyone does, I think, to some degree at some point. Um, but when you have an experience of you're you and they're them, there is going to be this sense of something's missing, something's off. That has nothing to do, Sandy, with you or your life. Nothing to do with you or your life. It is what a mind is doing when it's saying I'm a me. It's looking and saying, okay, what do I need to be okay? What more can I bring into my nest to make my nest a little more secure and cozy over here? What can I do to bolster and protect this separate me? It is just activity. It's activity of mind that thinks it's separate and that's trying to, and a brain that's trying to keep this body alive. My body, not your body, but my body. So my brain's always looking for things it can do to protect and predict and keep all of this safe. So this is really great news. This is great news, and it's huge to see. And it's why I want to congratulate you, Sandy, in the sense that when we wake up to the fact, and again, this is universal, I believe if you are listening, honestly, please, if you're listening and you've never had a sense that something's off or something's missing, or I have all the stuff, I have everything I ever wanted, why do I still feel like there's something off or something missing? Please let me know, because I honestly believe every single human who feels like a separate me, this is just what happens with it. It's the scanning and looking and collecting of a mind that's trying to keep the sense of a separate me safe. So it's such great news, Sandy, because you're seeing this, you're waking up to it. Now, the traditional ways that we've all done this throughout life in many different ways, the ways we seek and we try to stay safe and okay and satisfy that feeling of something being off or missing, you know them, right? We go out in the world and we look around. It's kind of what you said in your question. I have the 3 daughters, healthy, happy girls. I have a great marriage. My job's good enough. Exactly. Exactly. Okay, well, maybe it's this, our mind will say. Well, maybe it's, if your health were a little bit better, or if you went on that nice vacation, then you'd feel really satisfied, or if, it'll find all the things. It'll find, and it will never tire of finding things that will supposedly satisfy this feeling of something being missing. This is what a mind spends an entire short little physical character life doing, is looking for things to bring back to the nest to make it finally good enough, finally okay enough. And it never, ever, ever will work. It doesn't work that way. So you will never be satisfied by finding the right things and collecting them, because, as you said, you have all the important ones already, right? You do. And it's not enough. It's not, it's enough, but it's not satisfying this. So what I want you to see in this, Sandy, and everyone listening, this is so huge, is this sense of not enough, or something's off, or something's missing. This is just mind activity. It's mind activity when a mind says, I'm a separate me, I need more, more, more. Bring more to the nest, make it comfier and cozier and safer. That will happen as long as it feels like you're a separate you. But you can start to see this feeling of something being off or something being missing in a totally new way. It's a universal feeling. It doesn't mean anything. There's nothing you have to search for. And in fact, there's nothing you will bring in that will quiet it. When we can start to see that might sound like bad news in the beginning, but it's amazing news, because we stop that frantic search. We start to see, we get curious, not about what can I add to make my life feel okay, because you've been down that road. We get curious about, what is this nagging, and what if it is just mind activity? What if everything is okay and enough, and this is it. This is everything. This right now, this right in this minute is perfect, and it doesn't feel that way. Why does it not feel that way? What is this seeking function? What is this thinking? It's only a thought. It's just a thought that comes up that says more, 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 not enough, could have more, could be more, constantly. But again, Sandy, the great news is you're not blind to this anymore. You're not blind, and you're not just being run around trying to add new things. You get to see this for what it is. And as people start to see, okay, this is just the activity of a mind, and there's nothing to satisfy and nothing to do, and there's not signifying a problem. There is no actual problem. It starts to feel very, very different. It starts to look like the activity of mind. Big deal. It's like the activity of your pancreas or your liver or your kidneys. It's just what's being done. It's just what's happening. It's just part of how that works. But it's not personal. It's nothing about your life. It starts to open us up to, wow, what if this really is okay, like I always suspected? And this off feeling is just a little blips of thought coming up. you get to see all of this in a brand new way without things needing to like radically change and without needing to go chase more stuff that you deeply know, or you wouldn't be asking the question, is not going to do anything because it never has. So I want you to sit with this a little bit, Sandy. It's big, and I know it's probably a very different direction from maybe what you were thinking. Maybe not. I don't know, but it's the deepest direction I could see, and it's huge. And I'm so glad that you're feeling and recognizing and acknowledging this feeling of off. Every separate self, seemingly separate self, has it. It's just part of it. It doesn't mean anything. And I'm so curious to hear how that lands with you and what you see as you kind of sit with that. So thank you so much, Sandy, for sending your question. Thanks everyone for listening, and we'll be back here next week. Bye everyone.